So in our previous sessions, we have completed one feature writing. We have completed a page layer creation for the login page, and we have also written step definitions over here. But as I said earlier, like this and is not available inside the create BDD. Okay. So this and is not available inside the create BDD. How do we know that? Let's run it over here. One command known as npx bddgen. npx bddgen is basically used to create a temporary file for a test case. Okay, so here in this case, if you try to see now, it says that and is not available. I've just removed this, but if you see in this case, the error, it says that and is not a function. Okay, so that means and is again not available inside this create BDD function. So we can remove it over here, and instead of that, wherever it is available and whichever keyword that is a part of, we can place it with that particular keyword. Okay, which is given. Now, an important and mandatory command that we have to run over here is to npx bddgen. Now, what is the use of this command? So this command basically helps us in balancing or filling the gap between the BDD and playwright. When we execute the test case using npx playwright test, it will try to find out the test that is available inside the test folder having an extension either .spec.ts or having an extension either .test.ts or JS, whichever language that we are trying to use. Okay, here on JS because we are using JavaScript. Okay, so Playwright Runner that we have, which is npx Playwright test, does not understand the Gherkin language. So Playwright native test runner npx Playwright test will not understand the native language of the Gherkin language, like Gherkin language over here, which will be very hard to execute the files whenever it is not having .spec.js or .test.js. So it has no native built-in parser for Gherkin syntax inside the Playwright. Example like features that we have created using a feature keyword, scenario, given, and when, and all these things will not be understandable by the Playwright, right? Which is a part of the BDD. So in this case that you see over here, bddgen. bddgen is a translator, or we can also say it as a compiler, which will uh, basically fill the gap between the playwright, which is not able to understand the Gherkin language, and the BDD have a specific feature which uses a Gherkin language, right? So in this case, when we use npx bddgen, it is basically not a test runner. It is just a generator. It acts as a translator or a compiler between for the BDD test. What it will do is it will read your feature file, whatever the feature file that we have given, it will just parse out the all the Gherkin language over here, and from the login.feature. Then it will again go inside the step definition that we have given using given when then, and it will also first locate and run the file. So how will we locate? However, you have given inside the playwright.config.js. So it will try to locate that file and again parse all the Gherkin steps that we have given. And after that, reading all your feature files and step definition file, it will generate standard playwright test file, temporary standard playwright test file. It compiles all this information into a standard .spec.js files. Okay, which will be again fully understandable by the playwright test run. And that is where we use npx bddgen. So as soon as we hit enter over here, npx bddgen, now, as we have removed the and part from here, so it have been basically compiled all our BDD along with the playwright file into a feature specific things, which is features minus gen. Inside this, it has also created a feature. and that it has given the name as login.feature.spec. You can see that it have converted in the form of Playwright specific understandable format, which is .spec.js, by writing a test and all the other things that it has compiled over here. All the other things that it has compiled over here, whatever it has to run as a part of the test. Okay, so that it has converted. Now we have basically ready with the login feature. We are ready with the page layer that we have created over here, and we have also mapped all the Gherkin syntax with the step definition over here. Right? Let's try to run this and see whether it is working with the Playwright specific test runner, which is we have given also the configuration file for the BDD Cucumber. We have the complete configuration that we have over here available for Playwright. Now let's start execution of the test case. How do we execute this? By using npx playwright test, which is basically a test runner, native test runner for Playwright. Okay, let's hit enter and see. Like Playwright by default will work in a headed mode. So here headless mode, by default it will work in a headless mode. And we have also given fully parallel as true, and we have workers which is greater than one in the sense like undefined. So the tests are now running in a headless mode. Let's also do one thing from the previous sessions. You'll go through over here. You can watch it through other sessions that we have. You can go to the YouTube basically, and from there you will get one channel name that I have posted other values. From here you can go to the channel and uh, search for QA Mitra as a channel, which you will be getting as a name as this. Okay, and from here again you can go to the playlist and you'll be getting one playlist named as Playwright using JavaScript. Playwright using JavaScript for beginner. Here one by one all the things you'll be getting over here. We have gone through in exhaustive details, complete details. You'll find out around sort of 27 recorded sessions. So from here also you can watch it to be completed. This details I'll provide in the description as well for the current demo. Okay. Now we are trying to generate a log file which will start it inside the, which will also attach it inside the inside basically report as well. Okay, and let's also say it as headless as false so that we can see the execution that it happens now by launching the browser. Okay, that means in a headed mode. Now at this time it will launch all the three different browser that we have given. This is Safari, other was Firefox, and other is a Google Chrome. Okay, so all the three browser that we have given, on every browser it have been successful now, right? So let's see the report as well that it has generated. So to open the report we can use npx playwright show minus report, and here you will see that it it should have generated in the same way however it generates for the other, which is login functionality. This is like Playwright specific things. Everything have been used by using the BDD Cucumber over here as well. All the other features like running in a or execution in a parallel way, traces, screenshot, videos, retries, workers, fully parallel, everything have been used along with the BDD over here as well. Okay, so that's about the execution session over here. In the next session, we will try to convert whatever the value that we have given over here in the form of hard coded. All those value will take it inside the let's say JSON file, and from there we'll try to get the values. Okay, that's about the session for today, and we'll again continue in the next where we'll take out all the hard coded value to the file.